What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Same Difference podcast.
Is this thing on?
Hello.
Hey, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, friend. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I am doing very, very well. I can't complain today. I got a good workout in this morning. It actually was a very busy and productive week. So to go
Who
into
you
Saturday.
like closer, friend?
Oh, shoot, I'm tripping. Is that better? Can you all hear me?
Much better, friend.
My bad, y'all. So this week
Thank you, Shartae.
was very busy, and I was proud of myself that I took the momentum through the weekend this morning. I mean, I was at an 8:30 a.m. workout class. I don't do that.
Yeah. What time you got up this morning for that?
6:30.
Did you wake up on your own or you set an alarm?
No, I woke up on my own, but I also was in a coma last night, so I went to bed early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I have some news to share with everybody on the podcast. We are streaming the podcast live on my TikTok page as well. So I got a roommate update for my folks on the podcast. I'm excited to tell you guys about it. But I'm doing good on this Saturday. Like you, I was up early this morning because I went to bed early. I wasn't in a coma. I wanted to be in a coma, but I did have some things I needed to take care of this morning as I prepare for my move. So I needed to be alert and focused and not dragging this morning. But as soon, oh baby, as soon as I get this wrapped up, relaxation candy me, please. I am fasting right now from alcohol. So I wanted to get some red wine last night so bad. I said, no, God is true to his word and he's been good. So I got to be true to mine. But as soon as I get up in that, in my new location, I'm going to face the bottle alone. Okay?
You're funny. Well, guess who hasn't had a drink in 7 days? Consecutive.
Tiffany Haddish.
That's not funny. That's not funny. You're wrong for that.
I'm not.
Me.
What is going on? See, that's why I guess somebody else, because I'm trying to figure out who are you? What's going on?
My stomach is fat. And
Shut up,
I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, sis, you have to stop. Like, you don't order another glass of nothing. You can't have anything. Look at your stomach. Look at the outfit. It could be cuter on you if you didn't drink. So I'm taking a break.
So you think it's the alcohol that's giving you
It's
a stomach?
definitely, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's like alcohol belly fat. It's a no for me.
Okay.
No, it's a no for me. And literally,
how do you know the difference between alcohol belly fat and like too much eating or not enough working out belly fat?
Because it's like flab. It's more flab than it is like, and I feel like I would be overweight everywhere else, not just in my gut. And I feel like when you are someone that abuses, I don't want to say abuses alcohol, but when you drink a lot, that's where you, as a woman, I think you will pick up weight there for sure.
Well, friend, you have a lot of work events that are just surrounded by alcohol.
Exactly. And like
So what are you going to do when you have to do the work events? Because you have them every week.
I'm going to get sparkling water, and I want it in a wine glass.
Okay.
So that I can look like I'm doing something. But I mean, honestly, health and wellness is just much more important to me in my late 30s, going into my 40s. Alcohol consumption is a part of that, whether my stomach is fit and the 6-pack is on Blizzy, or how I am now. Like, it's okay to take a break, because my job is so social. It's like, okay, you did some work events 3 times this week, so do you have to go out this weekend and have some drinks too? It's kind, you have to kind of figure out, you have to find the balance. And so I think if I know I have something coming up on the weekend and I'm going to drink and I have a work event, I'll just abstain at the work event. Like, it's my decision, it's my choice. It doesn't say in my employment contract that I have to drink.
Right. That's true.
and you're not going to pressure me. And I already know what I'm going to say if someone starts, badgering me about why I'm not drinking alcohol anyway. So,
That they would do that.
there was one guy in particular that was a little too in my grill at a work event. Was like, "You're not drinking. Why aren't you drinking? You didn't have a margarita at the last place, and you're not going to have anything now. Why aren't you
Not
drinking?"
clocking you.
It was very like weird, and he was like super new at the time, so I was on edge. Like, watch out, asking me
Mm,
about what's in my cup. Like what Lil Wayne said, "Don't worry about what's in my cup because it's my
my
cup."
cup.
So, yeah, but I instead of getting like angry about the shit that others do in the workplace, I I just I thought of a way to make it uncomfortable for them, just like it's uncomfortable for me. So
I'm weak.
the next time this person starts harassing me about why I'm not drinking, I'm going to tell them that I'm doing outpatient rehab for alcohol abuse.
Friend, you are not gonna tell the people at
Yes,
your
I
job
am.
that.
Yes, I am. Go to HR. Go to HR because I told you that. And then I'm going to have a conversation with HR and I'm going to tell on you for badgering me about why I'm not drinking. Since you want to be all up in my business, doing
Y'all, Pasha is dead serious too. I know my girl. She means what she says.
I'm just going to say that to
What
him.
girl said
Don't
outpatient
I'm in
rehab.
outpatient rehab facility, and that's why I'm
They
not
laughing at
drinking.
you on TikTok, friend.
Well, I mean, I'm telling that's how because quit asking me why I'm not drinking nothing.
Mm.
That's you don't do that to people. You shouldn't do that to people. So we're both going to be uncomfortable.
How
That you
often
want
would you say you have work events during the week that, well, alcohol is involved at probably all of them, but like how many work events would you say you have each week?
it ebbs and flows, to be honest. I can
Okay.
have one once a week and then have four in one week.
Mm.
It just
Okay.
depends on, like there's a week in late, like the third week of July. It's like it's year round. I mean, not year round. It is annual. The third week of July is like party week. And so
Mm.
we'll have breakfast in the morning. We're not drinking at breakfast, obviously, but then there's a lunch and it might be a little boozy lunch. And then
Mm.
there's a happy hour, could be a dinner. It just depends, how everyone's schedules work out.
So
Um,
are y'all having like a company Christmas party?
yeah, we had ours the week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Y'all did it real
Yeah.
early. All
Yeah,
right.
we did. We wanted to kind of get ahead of the rush because it's about to be a rush here in the next couple of weeks. I don't really have any invitations on my calendar for any holiday parties, which I'm not upset about at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very busy time for work, and I would like to remain focused on my abstinence from the bottle.
How long are you going to be abstaining from alcohol, friend? Because it is the holidays. So
I
what
am
we
gonna
doing?
I am going to indulge on Christmas,
Okay.
and New Year's,
Okay.
but that's it.
So you don't think while you're home for Christmas that you're going to drink more than just Christmas Day?
I'm actually gonna make an honest effort. Like I'm proud of the fact that we made it to day 7 because after
Okay.
3 days, I'm having a glass of red wine. I'm having something.
Yeah.
I'm having something. Like when the doctor says, "How many drinks do you have a week?" My stomach starts to get a little weird because I'm like, do I answer honestly or no? So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the nature of the business. It's my job. It's cool, but I'm putting a boundary in place because when I put clothes on, I want to look good, and that's important to
Okay.
me.
I don't think I've had any alcohol in like 3 weeks, but that's not unusual for
That's
me.
amazing. I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember
don't
the
really.
last time I was like alcohol free for 3 weeks. Isn't that
Yeah,
sad?
yeah. I don't. I don't know. I
Sad-ish
don't
though,
think
because
about
I be kicking it,
it.
and it's fun.
So let's go ahead and get into the roommate update because it's
Yes, tell
I'm
them.
like bursting at the seams. So y'all know if you don't know, let me just catch you up to speed. I have been in Tampa since August. I don't love Tampa, so I am leaving Tampa. I'm going to move where I should have been to begin with, which is Orlando. I want to live a slower, softer life. I want to be less fiscally responsible. Um, aka I don't want to pay all these bills by myself no more. I just need a break for a bit. My goal was to 3 to 6 months to just get a break, give myself a break. I was looking to be a roommate, and I was looking to pay as a roommate rent. What that I was looking to pay was anywhere between like 1,000 to maybe like 1,250, 1,300. That was kind of the roommate setup that I was looking for. A couple people on TikTok was asking, "Oh, how do you find your roommate?" If you're on TikTok and you still listening, y'all do me a favor and double tap the screen as I'm telling this story, so TikTok will push us out to the For You page and we can get some more people in here. Um, because so many people have blown up all the videos that I've talked about,
Can I do
wanting
this
to live a
from my
slower,
phone?
softer life and being less fiscally responsible. And, the latest video about, I actually found a roommate. So people on TikTok were asking, y'all keep double tapping that screen for me. People on TikTok were asking, how are you finding your roommate? And so I ain't never had a roommate before. So I went on Google and I put in Google how I found a roommate. I don't know. Google gave me several different options off of her search engine, and there was like 2 or 3 of them that I had been using that had apps on the phone. So the ones that had the apps on the phone I prefer because I don't all the time want to get on my computer to find a roommate. This one place that I saw, I be, I'm a little detective, Inspector Gadget ho. And so some of the images that I was seeing at places that I thought that I like, I was doing a reverse Google search and I was actually finding the apartment that the person was saying, hey, this is available for a roommate. So when I went to this one place, I went to the apartment community, excuse me, and it was an apartment that I would go to myself. Like I would move there on my own. I liked it that much. So I said, okay, well, this is a suitable place for me to live in an apartment building. So let me go ahead and reach out to this person and see, what's the deal. Then when I first started looking, I had some stipulations. Got to be a Black girl roommate. Got to have my own, obviously, bedroom, but got to have my own bathroom. Um, so on and so forth. Found a girl. Her house had been on the market for several months and wasn't selling, which is why she was looking for a roommate. And then as soon as I was supposed to go up there, a couple of days before I was supposed to go up there, her house was sold. Somebody, it was in contract or whatever. Somebody was getting it. Okay, so that didn't work out. So then when I found this other place, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go up there. I went up there last Sunday, and the person that I was speaking to through the app was a guy. Now that I had asked the guy though, because it'll like when you're looking on certain apps, some apps have a filter where you can say what kind of roommate you want. Do you want male? Do you want female? So on and so forth. I put that I want a female only roommate. So being that this particular roommate setup was on my search, I asked the person, since it was a guy, is this women only living here? And he told me yes. I asked, he said it's a 2 bed, it's a 2 bath. And I said, I don't remember how I worded it, but basically what I asked him was the other roommate a woman? And he told me yes. So I arranged, but he was supposed to be like, he told me he was in real estate. So he's like, I'm thinking, okay, he got this Airbnb, he's renting it out. He got one girl staying in there already, and I'll be the other girl. Okay. So I said, I want to come up there and I want to see the place in person, and I want to meet the roommate. So I went up there on Sunday, drove up there on Sunday, and we go in and I tell him ahead of time, I said, are you comfortable with me recording? Because I want to record. And also I want to leave the door open. Like, this is you're a stranger. Okay. I want to be as safe as possible, smart as possible, as alert as possible. He's like, yeah, no problem, blah, 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 blah. So I'm recording. And as I'm recording, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking this in my mind. I didn't say it out loud. He got this steamer thing on the end of the kitchen counter, and it's blowing. It's one of those things, a diffuser. So it's got this scent pumping, like a nice smell good scent pumping, and also with some smooth jazz playing in the back. So in my mind, I'm going, what the fuck is going on here? So as I'm recording, I'm asking him, so am I kind of vibe? Because that ain't the type of vibe I was looking for.
He had the smooth jazz, honey.
So I said, so am I gonna, meet the other roommate? He's like, yeah, roommate, yeah. Now he speaks good English, but he I don't know where he's from. Don't get me to lying. But he's not He doesn't appear to be American. So he had a bit of an accent. So he's like, let me take you to the main bedroom where you would be. Main bedroom meaning this bedroom has the bathroom attached inside of it. The other bathroom that goes with the other bedroom would be the bedroom that the other person would use, but if anybody came over, they would use that bathroom as well. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, how I get the main bedroom? But okay. So we walk over to the bedroom, we walk in, and it's already like a bed in there, and there's a nightstand, and on the nightstand, it's all this medication, supplements and such. I'm like, he's like, do you have a bed? I said, well, I do have a bed, but I don't want to bring my bed. And he said, okay, well, I think I will give you this room. And then he pushes this other door open in this closet. He said, and I'll take all the clothes out and this will be your closet. So then it was starting to hit me like this, the roommate. I said, you live here? He said, yeah. I said, so you gonna be the other person staying in the other room? Yeah. I said, no, sir. That's not what I asked you. I asked you, was it a female room? He said, no, it's female only. I only want a woman living here with me.
No.
When I tell you I wanted to take off running, I wanted to take off running because, say what? So he was like, oh, and this the bathroom. So I walked in, peeked my head. I said, oh, it's nice.
Because the tour is over, buddy. We're done with this.
So he said, so you don't want to see the rest of that?
Nope.
I said, no, I'm good.
No.
I'm good. I can see. And then he's trying to walk with me. I said, you don't have to walk me out. I can see myself out.
That man, he was like, I'm gonna find me a female roommate and I'm gonna hope she fall in love with me. That's how he be dating.
That man is 60 years old. If you haven't seen the video on my TikTok page, go to my TikTok page. You'll see the video because I put it's a little shot of him in there too. No. It's a shot of him in the video. It's the video that I was taking when I was standing in the kitchen doing a scan of the kitchen in the living room. That video was in there as well.
Yikes.
Y'all do me a favor, double tap the screen if you on TikTok. Y'all do me a favor, just keep double tapping that screen. So yeah, I was really disappointed because I was really looking forward to going up to Orlando on Sunday and kind of like locking things in with a roommate. And so when I came back, I was really disappointed. And then as the week started to go on, I was starting to get discouraged. Like I was really starting to get down, worried because I am moving on Friday. One thing I knew for certain, come hell or high water, I was going to be getting up out here on Friday. So where am I going? Because the stuff can't stay in the U-Haul. So where am I going? So the master being who he is, he laid it on my spirit. One night I was just in here. I was laying in my bed. And I was just thinking to myself, maybe just as a backup, I ought to start looking at apartments just to see, will I need to get an apartment? What is this going to be? My absolute stretch on my budget was like, I said I didn't want to go past like $1,500. Long story short, I went up to Orlando another day this week, found this apartment, love the apartment. I mean, like, love the apartment. Applied, of course, got approved, and that's where I'm going to be moving on Friday.
She said, of course, got approved.
Girl, listen.
So your roommate is you.
So the sacrifice, though, because I did say I wanted to live a less fiscally responsible life. The sacrifice is I downsized. So I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom where I live now. That was what I moved out of when I was in Atlanta, but I have now downsized back to a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, just so because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to cut the costs. Since I'm not going to be a roommate.
Why did you need a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom when it's just you?
Well, I would have meant a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, but because I would like a 2nd bedroom so that I can have space to work.
Gotcha.
I've done it before, like in 2021. I actually sold all the stuff out of the apartment that I was living in Atlanta. It was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath because I had so much inventory for my business and I was just in there like at my desk working all the time. And the work-life balance there wasn't one. I was always working. I never had a place to relax. If I wanted to like sit somewhere other than my desk, I would have to lay in the bed and I didn't want to all the time do that.
Mm-hmm. That was
So
a
that's why I was trying to get a second bedroom, but I'm just gonna make do with the space that I have so that I can cut costs.
that was one of the tips during the pandemic. Like, make a designated workspace so you don't feel like you just at home and you in the
Mm,
house, and then you at
mm,
home working and you just in the
okay.
house. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, I mean, one bedroom, one bathroom is always cute, and I'm sure you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be amazing. I'm really excited. I'm glad that you love this place
I do
and
love
that
it.
it all worked out so that you can like live alone, because
Mm-hmm.
amen. I don't know about living with people. I think about living with a man, and I kind of shudder a little bit. Like, I get the heebie-jeebies. Like, oh my god, living together. I've
Like
been
I
doing
want to live with my husband, but woo,
yes,
it's gonna be a learning curve because
yes, yes. And then
we
and
don't
so
do
then I'm
things the
like,
same, you know?
do I am I ready for that?
Mhm. Right.
I start asking myself real questions when I
I
think
mean,
about
after you lived by yourself for so long, it's a very fair question.
and
Like,
comfortable. I can buy
yeah.
whatever I want. No one's asking why.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff
Wait,
like
well, oh,
that.
you say you can buy whatever you
I
want?
buy whatever I want. No one's asking why. It's
I'm
my
not
kid.
a messy. I'm not a messy person. I generally like to keep my space like tidy. It
Mm-hmm.
does get messy from time to time. Like this morning when I got up, the first thing I did when I got up this morning was put all the dishes that were in all the dishes that was in my sink in my dishwasher and get that going. I do let my
Yeah.
dishes
I did
pile
the
up.
same thing this morning, pal.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I hate to say it this way, but I let my dishes pile up in my sink because y'all know I don't do no dishwashing. That's not who God created me to be. I'm not her. Okay. He created somebody so smart that they were able to make a device that washed the dishes for you, and I use her every time. And so I just wait until there are, a good amount of dishes to put. I don't care if it was one dish though. If it was one dish and it absolutely had to be washed, it would go in the dishwasher and wash alone. But I do try to wait until I have, a couple of dishes to put in there so
Oh.
I can wash them all together. Stuff like that. I might have, I might need to wash clothes. So I got like a little, I got my clothes piled up in like my colors, my delicates, my
Mm-hmm.
towels, like just in stacks in places. But I don't know how, men keep their space. So that's going to be a learning curve when me and my husband get together now. What I'm
Yeah.
hoping though is that
Well,
this is,
we're supposed to be the ones cleaning the house, so it don't matter how they
I mean,
keep their
even if I
space.
would, that personally, I want to be the cleaner because you're not like
Mhm.
I want it done my way, and so
Yes.
we ain't got to fight about it, fuss, argue, do none of that. But
And
I
I just
don't
feel like
want.
men don't be using no elbow grease.
Well, this is the thing: cleaning the house and cleaning up behind somebody are two different things.
Yes.
So I don't mind cleaning. I don't mind being the cleaner. Okay,
Balloons, what's that?
I don't know. And that was on Riverside where they giving us our birthday balloons.
I don't know. I didn't get any balloons.
Why did that just come up just now? I have no clue what that was.
That looked
That's
like
never happened.
I know that looked like Twitter balloons when it's your birthday.
Well, it is the Same Difference podcast birthday.
Was December 8th the first time we recorded on
It
this?
was December 8th. Today's the ninth, but it was December 8th.
They gave us balloons.
That's so cute. Yay! It's our birthday.
I
Had no clue
dang.
that was going to happen just now.
I didn't I'm like like, what's going on here? I love that. Thank you,
That was cute.
Riverside.
Thanks, Riverside. POP, y'all been holding it down for years. Black women in tech, I be having to chew y'all out sometimes, but y'all be coming through for the come through. Appreciate y'all. Let's not let no more technical difficulties happen again. Okay.
I'm weak.
Dang, damn, that made me lose my train of thought. I was talking about cleaning up behind a man.
Yeah, cleaning up behind someone and just cleaning
Oh,
the house or different things.
yeah, and I'm what I'm really hoping though, y'all. I know everybody be big on manifestation and speaking shit into existence. I'm just gonna pray, try to treat everybody right and let the man upstairs, the big dog, the master do his thing. And I believe him and I know him to be true to his word. This gonna be the last place that I live alone. The next place that I move to, I'm gonna be moving in with my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my husband. Okay?
Period. Period.
Period. And that's on 2023 can get her funky ass on. Okay? Okay.
Shoot, 2023 acted like she had somewhere to be.
I need her to have somewhere to be quickly, expeditiously. Get your ass on up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Raggedy hoe.
Well, new beginnings in a cute new place in a new city. I like that.
I like it too, friend, but I'm tired. We don't need no more new beginnings. This
Well,
need to be
I
the last
mean,
new beginning. I just feel like I wasted 4 months.
well,
Coming
I
to
think
Tampa at the beginning of August,
you
I
had
just
all
feel
the
like I
best
wasted.
intentions. You had all the best intentions. I mean, it is what it is. You got there, you didn't like it. You are fortunate enough to be able to get out of your lease in Tampa and bounce. So what? It was just a little, speed bump. Just a
Mm-hmm.
little speed bump.
Yeah.
Yay! There's the Orlando Magic there.
The black men are there.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what's most important to me.
Who else is in Orlando? They got a
Mm-hmm.
baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say football, but that's Miami.
And Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay
Yeah.
Buccaneers
So,
are here.
so I'm just wondering, like, they don't live in Tampa. None of the
Nah, they
Buccaneers
don't.
live out there.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer that just so happened to, listen to this podcast or see this live, say
Well,
hey.
they might be one of them that like,
Okay. Yep.
and that ain't my type of man.
Who?
I need a man. I want a man that is, and I don't want to say need, but I do need or want, but I do want. I need and want a man who only see it for people who look
Yep.
like me.
Yep. Say that.
That's why I cannot date here because ain't no black men, and I don't see it for nobody but black men. I don't want to talk to nobody but black men. I don't want to procreate, do life with nobody but a black man. That's just period.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I am really and truly. I feel like when I'm out and I'm kind of peeping the scene, I'm looking for like where the niggas at? That's where I'm at. Like I'm trying. That's what I'm looking. I'm not looking for like Connor and Matthew and Ryan. I'm not looking for those guys when I go out. They're just
Who you looking for?
Devontae. I'm looking for like not those guys. I'm not looking for them. They are just, and then too, like when I'm out and I do see some of me's out there, I'm looking at them. I'm not looking, I'm looking at all of them to see who's the one that I want. I'm not looking at the other guys. So just by default, like that is literally my default when I go out. Like where the okay, and
I was getting gas before I got back on the highway to come back to Tampa. I was looking. I said, "Oh, they okay."
You said they everywhere. You said they everywhere.
That's where they're at. They're not here. They're there, and I'm going there.
You're literally gonna meet one in 3 days. 3.
After because I'm getting my hair done next Saturday. I get there on Friday of next week. I move in. Saturday I got a hair appointment. I already got on Amazon, ordered my press on glue that my homegirl told me was the best press on glue to buy. I got my press ons. I'm gonna be coming back to life because y'all know y'all done seen me on the podcast. Y'all done seen me looking. I ain't gonna say raggedy, but I've been looking like I've been in the trenches because I have been, and I'm ready to come up off the trenches. I'm ready to emerge.
So if I haven't been in the trenches and I've been looking raggedy on the podcast, what does that say about me?
You ain't ever looked raggedy.
Girl.
That's what I said the last time we was recording is if y'all want a good balance, come on here and see Pasha looking like a 5-star, me looking like a homeless lady.
No. No. Don't lie to them people. Don't lie to them people.
That's the update, y'all. Somebody on TikTok, Pete, is asking me how long I lived in Tampa. I've been in Tampa since the beginning of August, and I will be moving to Orlando on next Friday. So that's that on that.
Cute little 3-month stint.
4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay, friend.
Girl, boy math.
4 months too long. 4 months too long.
Oh okay. No, just a brief stint.
we're moving right on time, right before the new year. So it's gonna be a really, really, really good fresh start for
Yes,
everything.
and you might even find a cute little situation for New Year's. Dang, I let my coffee get
Pat should
cold.
be so optimistic, but when it
Yes,
comes to
yes.
my love life, y'all, she be so optimistic.
You have to be. You have to be in these dark times. It is dark.
Not these
Okay.
dark times.
And the dating pool, we've already discussed this. It has piss in it, but you have there are some, glitches in the system. And I think when you get to Orlando, there's, you're gonna hit a glitch, you're gonna meet somebody, and it's gonna be wonderful. I told you
I'm
3
all
days.
for it. I'm all for
3
it.
days. I don't think it's, especially if you was kind of already like peeping, like and men love a gas station holler, so.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Just don't, hey, don't hit me with one of them. I still need a smooth nigga man.
Shut up,
I still
Joy.
want a smooth. I still want a smooth man. Okay.
Okay, that's funny.
Well, I tell you, somebody that already got their love life, going strong and steady. We talked about them. This is like the wildest thing to me because this was one of the first couple things that we talked about the beginning of this year, 2023, and that was TJ Holmes
Mm-hmm.
and Amy What her last name? Robeck.
Robot.
What her name?
Roblox is
Roblox.
hilarious. Robot.
Oh, they do the thing like Apple. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that thumbs up, but who's thumbs upping?
I was doing like this. I did like this and it came up. But I still don't know where the balloons came from. I don't know if maybe I said happy birthday. I feel like I wasn't saying nothing about the Same Difference podcast. I don't know. I have to Google it when we done. But yeah, TJ Holmes and Miss
I
Amy.
want
Oh, they on a press run with their relationship. They going
snooze,
strong.
snooze.
Hmm. Listen, the dick must be dicking. Cause homegirl lost her job and said, that's okay. She
10
ain't gotta
toes
sit on
down for
Santa's
my
lap.
man.
She's sitting on her man's lap this holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That lady lost her job and she ain't blink or bat an eye. Like I said, the dick must be dicking.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I
it
don't
must
want
be.
no dick that I don't want no dick that good.
I mean, it must be yanking too, because he lost his job. It's yanking, okay? It's a strong tug taking place. So
I'm surprised that they've lasted this long, but I just wonder, is that a trauma bond? Like y'all was like
no, it's
maybe it was.
adultery.
Well,
It
it
ain't no
started off
trauma
that
bond.
way. It started off as adultery, yeah. But are they divorced? I know they had separated.
One is divorced and the other is almost divorced, I believe.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Speaking
Okay.
of, speaking of the other parties, the victims in all of this, they go together now. Mm-hmm. TJ Holmes' wife, Marilee Fiebig or Fiebig, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, and Amy Robach's ex-husband, Andrew Shue, they go together.
Are you serious,
Dead
Patrick?
ass, dead ass. They go together. It is in the press. Page 6 has reported on it. New York Post has spotted them. The Daily Mail, the same tabloids that spotted Amy and TJ have spotted them. They are, they've definitely connected. Clearly because now that is a trauma bond, I think. But also, hey,
So they basically swapped spouses.
pretty much. Mm-hmm.
That's we don't they do stuff like that though. I feel like we don't do stuff like that.
Well, TJ and his ex-wife, they black.
His ex-wife black? I thought he married a non-brown woman.
Oh, she's
Is
from the
she black?
islands. She's from the islands. She's African American, or
Okay.
she's from the diaspora, but she's from the islands, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah.
Wow. And Amy's ex-husband is white.
Yes.
Wow. That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
nasty, but okay.
Yep.
It just feels nasty. It almost feels like you dating your cousin. I don't know. It just don't feel right
It's
to me.
just it's just odd. It's odd to me.
I feel like
Yep.
now they're gonna be competing with each other to see whose relationship can last the longest.
Well,
What do
apparently,
you tell the kids?
right. like talk about confusion. Like what? So what I read was that Amy Robach was livid that they would release, the headlines that her ex and TJ's ex are together because they wanted to steal their thunder because they got that little podcast they trying to promote.
Oh, they do? They got a podcast?
Yeah, I think it's called TJ and Amy or Amy and TJ. And they were
Wow.
and I think they opened it with "We lost our jobs because we love each other." Shut up.
And when y'all don't love each other no more and y'all break up, then what they gonna do with the podcast?
I don't know. Maybe they locked in for life, girl. Maybe it's forever. Third
Listen,
time's the charm for the both of them.
we talked about this in the beginning. Well, when in the beginning of the year when this was coming out, and the stories that came out about TJ was that this was his MO.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe the leopard has changed. How the saying go? Maybe
a leopard don't change their spots, girl. Maybe the leopard changed. I don't know. I don't think that's not. Oh, you are funny.
Maybe he changed the striped shirt. I don't know.
A leopard doesn't change their spots.
Okay, girl.
So I mean, you lose them how you get them. So good luck to Amy and TJ. Good luck to them. And I mean, shoot, if the exes are getting a little revenge fuck on, good for them.
I don't know. It just feels like a little bit too much like you dating your cousin.
I mean, I'm not revenge fucking like that, but
I'm not being revengeful with my vagina. I'm not doing it. Ew.
That. Very valid. Valid
like
statement.
no.
But yeah, no. So they go together, and that was.
I'll get revenge and get somebody better than you, in a multitude of ways. But we're not going to use her as a pawn in this whole situation. We're not doing
make
that.
Your next move your best move. And I don't know that they made that next move the best move, but it's definitely some revenge fucking for sure. But
well, maybe we'll see them in their matching pajamas.
I know I won't be in any.
Me either. And I told y'all at the beginning of the year that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to be in matching pajamas with somebody's son this Christmas.
Yep.
No son, no pajamas.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay, so at the beginning of the year, did we discuss Nelly and Ashanti?
Well, they weren't the beginning of the year, but we did talk about them an episode or two back.
We
and
did,
you know what's funny is when I listened to that episode, when you were asking me in the episode, you were asking me like, "Oh, what do you think about Nelly and Ashanti and them getting back together after all these years?" And I was saying he don't strike me as the lock it in and be forever type. He seems like he's a man who likes to be in a long-term relationship, but then he kind of just moves on to the next long-term relationship. And I said, just don't let him get you pregnant, Ashanti. That's literally what I said on the show.
Right. So
make him marry you first.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to that. But I feel like, was there verses still going on at the beginning of this year?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like
I think Timberland and Swiss Beats sold that like sometime back in 2022.
We had a conversation about Nelly like walking up to Ashanti, hugging her, whispering in her ear a little bit. I feel like we talked about that a little bit. But anyway, it's just interesting the headlines that we've discussed this past year and then like the update. And so Nelly and Ashanti
coming back full circle.
They're literally in a full-on relationship. Now they're about to have a baby. I have some commentary about that. And then, of course, Amy and TJ silent no more with their little fucking podcast about cheating. No one's listening to that shit. Okay, bye. Next. Like, come on, have some couth. Like, just take your little millions and ride off into the sunset and like give it a year and let's. Oh yeah. Daytime television money. ABC, the GMA was the #1 morning news show.
Hmm.
You know, there's GMA Today Show, and then the CBS one. I don't even know what the name of that their morning show is. Um, but yeah, that's the number one show, and they had to get bought out of their contract. Uh
Sorry,
oh.
y'all. Let me turn my do not disturb on.
Oh wow! I can't believe we actually heard a ping on your phone.
Oh yeah, I
You
took it off
guys,
do not
wait.
disturb.
This is history. This is history. We all just heard Joy's phone ping. I can't remember the last time we like, wow, what a
I had to put
historic
it off of
day.
do not. I took it off do not disturb, friend, so you could call. I just forgot to put it back on there, but it's on there now. No worries. Can't nobody else get through.
Wow, your phone pinged. Wow, 1 year anniversary phone. What
You
a
know what's
day.
crazy? You know what's crazy is when I do hear my phone make a noise, I be like, "How you get through?" Oh yeah, I forgot to put you back on do not disturb. Don't worry. Here you go. Again, that's one of the best gifts I as crazy as 2023 was. One of the best gifts I gave myself was the blessing of do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Yeah.
ain't she's gonna be a continuous blessing. I ain't taking her off.
Yeah, she's up there with the block button.
Hmm.
I love the block
I
button.
had to hit the block button a couple of times this year too.
And
This
how that
one little imbecile, one little nitwit still won't leave me alone.
imbecile is hilarious. Do I know who the imbecile is?
This same one that I talked about on the podcast before that keep on texting me from text now numbers.
Oh wow, okay.
That the one that live in Atlanta. He texted me a week or so ago. It's a text now number, and of course my phone is on do not disturb, so I didn't see it. So when I saw it, it was a number that I didn't recognize, and all they said was, "Hey, that's him. That's him." So I called the number back just to be sure. Like nobody is texting me or calling me from a number that I don't know. I don't give my number out to nobody.
Right.
Nobody is calling or texting me from a number that I don't know. And so it couldn't be nobody else. But just to be sure, I called the number back. And it said, the text now number you're trying to reach. Ain't nobody else
Mm,
hitting me on text now except
mm.
his weird behind. Now, this is what we're going to do in 2024. I'm going to make the podcast a promise. What we doing in 2024 is exposing weirdos. So if I talked about you on the podcast in 2023 and I said stop calling me, had a whole snippet, whole segment about, this whole fiasco on the podcast. The clips are even still on the podcast page, on TikTok and on Instagram. If you do yourself the disservice of bringing your raggedy ass into my 2024, I'm going to expose you. And when I say expose you, I'm going to tell the people exactly who I'm talking about. I'm going to drop your handle. I'm going to say your name. I might even give your phone number because enough is enough. Okay. My granddaddy used to say enough. My granddaddy didn't curse, but it was one of them things that was a country saying enough that it was assumed that you knew what the person meant. I'm going to say the word. Enough shit is enough shit, and too much shit make a dog stink. Okay? You are not what you want isn't even welcome in my 2023, but you placed yourself here.
Mm-hmm.
You make yourself available in my 2024, and I'm going to make you regret it. Because I've been nice, I've been kind, patient, polite, a lot of attributes that don't even really line up with who I am at the core of my
Stop.
Okay? So let me just say that. And again, what I will do is if I have to address this again, I'm gonna put a compilation together. I'm gonna pull the clips and the segments from this year's earlier episode when I talked about this. I believe it was back in March. And I'm gonna put them with this episode, and I'm gonna give y'all the information. I'm gonna let everybody go to your Instagram, your TikTok, wherever you do what you do, and I'm gonna let them go see the weirdo that can't leave me alone. I'm not surprised. It's me. It's me. I get it. I get it completely.
Oh my God, what a loser.
What a loser.
He's a loser. Give it a
Y'all, I
rest.
have not talked to this person. I stopped dealing with this person in July of 2022. Why would you still be texting me? And when you are texting me and you saying, hey, are you really thinking I'm gonna respond and be like, hey, what is your expectation here, sir? Very much weird behavior.
Very.
Very much
Yikes.
weird behavior.
Yikes on
Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to that man.
Okay. Let me tell you one other thing that I'm hoping is gonna change when I get to Orlando. I actually have recorded a whole rant about this. It's saved in my draft on TikTok. I'm probably gonna post it when I get off of here. Never in all my days, I think that's how I started the rant. Never in all my days have I been questioned the way that I have been questioned by white people since I have lived in the state of Florida.
Really? Well, it's Florida,
Oh yeah.
so I mean, you know.
And I've said that too. I know that I am in a very red state, but the way that these people down here stop you and like, what are you doing here? How did you get here? What is this? What is that? And really believe that you owe them an explanation. It's the wild. I've never in my life experienced anything like this, where they literally just say, hey, what are you doing?
What?
You need help? Just and try. I had a guy do this to me yesterday and tried to mask it. We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
What the hell?
Pasha.
See, I'm rude because I'd be like,
I'm rude too, and you know I am.
And my mom told me not to talk to strangers. So why are you talking to me? Don't talk to me. You are a stranger. Don't talk to me. I don't care if you think I'm an adult and you can speak to me. You're a stranger. I'm not. Don't talk to strangers. Why would that rule change in my as an adult?
Why are you questioning me? I'm not your fucking child.
Mind your business. Exactly. Well, how come you're not drinking?
It's not one person, Pasha. It's not one area. It's not one place. It's like,
so what were you? Tell us what you were doing. What happened?
I was okay. This is when I had gone up to Orlando. And again, I don't know nowhere, nothing. So everywhere I'm going, I'm using my GPS.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what my phone did where she just cut off on me. She wasn't dead. She had plenty of battery, but the phone just cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull over onto a street and I just waited for, my phone to turn back on. And it was a neighborhood that I was in. Mm-hmm. I was trying to go from, I had all these different places, apartments that I was going to. And so it's taking me through all these neighborhoods. And so when the phone went off, I'm like, dang, what is going on with my phone? I know it's not dead. It was literally still plugged up into the outlet. And I don't let my phone get that low, particularly when I'm somewhere I don't know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull over onto the next right, and it's a neighborhood. And so I'm just pulled in front of, I'm on a street and there's houses. And a guy rolls up, and my car is black and my windows are dark. I have tinted windows. So he couldn't see in the car, but when he pulled up beside me, he rolled his window down. So I rolled my window down to see what he want. And he was looking all in my car. And he's like, hey, you need any help? We got cameras on the back of the house, so we just saw you sitting out here. And we just wanted to make sure you were okay. You didn't want to make sure I was okay. No, you didn't. You saw this dark car. You saw this black BMW with black windows.
Uh-huh.
And you wanted to be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And now you want to question me about why I'm sitting here and what I'm doing. Minding my business. As should you.
What if you were a psycho and you rolled your window down and you just blew his head off?
That's what I'm saying.
Why do white people insist on being nosy in a way that could endanger them? You don't know people. You don't know what people are.
And he wasn't by himself. He had his lady in the car with him. I don't know if his wife, his sister, or what, but it was a lady in the car with him.
And both of them could have got their head blown off for being nosy. You know what I mean? Like I don't get it.
I told my daddy, I said they be white people in hard down here.
I would never roll up to somebody's black BMW that's running and be like, "What you doing up in here?"
That's how they That's exactly what
I
it
would be scared to walk up on a stranger's car to it just my natural instinct, my default is not to do that.
So, and this is the thing. Okay, so you got cameras on the back of your house, and so you saw this car parked here, but because you got a camera and you see a car park, what gave you the audacity? What gave you the permission to come to the said vehicle and ask about anything?
I'm
Who
wondering why you
said
just
that you
didn't
could do
stay.
that?
Why didn't you just stay in the house and just stay watching the camera?
Right. I could have been a mother that needed to pull over and nurse my baby. None of your damn business. I'm really hoping that when I move to Orlando, that some of this subsides a bit. Because, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, the ratio here in Tampa and the ratio in Orlando is a bit different as
Mm-hmm.
far as black people. And so, like I said, when I get up there, I'm hoping I'm not expecting it to just go away. But
So,
I'm hoping it dissipates a little bit
mm-hmm.
because my level of irritation is rising at each occurrence. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to just maintain my composure because, again, I'm in a place where I don't know nobody. The areas that I'm in could be an area where black people ain't welcome, shouldn't
Yeah.
be, try to avoid, and I don't know that. So I've been trying to just turpentine my tongue and watch what I say and how I react, just based
Turpentine your
off of
tongue is
that.
crazy.
I'm telling you, because Miss Jordan, she been itching. She been trying to claw her way out.
Yeah,
If
let's
Miss
get you out of
Jordan
there.
responds, you might want to call the authorities because it's about to be a situation.
Let's get you
I've been
out of
trying
there.
to keep Miss Jordan at bay, but at a point, I'm gonna let the bitch out,
So what
and
did
we
the
just gonna see. We gonna let the chips fall where they may.
or the person fall where they may? What did they do? Were you just like, I'm fine, thank you, bye?
Oh, I guess my answer was sufficient enough, so they rolled away. They drove off.
My answer was sufficient enough. Yeah.
like it's everybody down here feels like they are like just you know the term, and I know that it's a real thing, but a citizen's arrest,
Yep.
kind of like the black girl who tried to burn down Martin Luther King Jr. house the other day.
Joy.
And the folks saw her, so they did a citizen's arrest and wait for the police to get there. It's
Yep.
like the white people down here think that they are like
I
doing
thought you was
that,
gonna
and
talk
like
about
they
that psycho lady.
oh, well, we can talk about her weird ass too. But what I'm saying is, it's like the people down here think that they not only can do a citizen's arrest, but they are like just notary detectives, and they can question
Mm-hmm.
anything and everything. Just when I get to Orlando and I feel a little bit more comfortable because I see more people who look like me, please don't try it, y'all. Because I'm telling y'all, Tampa has already filled my cup to the brim, and I don't want to get up there. It will runneth over. And
Right.
I don't want nobody to get the remnants of the runneth over.
Um, you're better than me because I wouldn't have said shit to them or anybody that came up to me questioning me, especially if I'm minding my business and I'm not hurting anyone. Oh,
Yeah, the time before that when I was questioned, I just looked at them like they was crazy, and in my mind I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking to? Why you think I
exactly.
owe you that? And I kept on moving, and I didn't say nothing, and so they just looked at me, and I kept on going, and then they went on about their business.
My
But
mom told me I can't talk to strangers. Please don't talk to me.
but it's to a point, Passion, where I don't even want to be mute and quiet. I want to cuss you out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
really trying to be, grown, adult,
Mm-hmm.
mature. But grown, adult, mature me is Miss Jordan, and she finna come out swing
Well,
at
there's
this
this
point.
thing that happens to us called frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you express frustration, when you're a kid, it comes out one way. And when you're an adult, it comes out that same way, but you actually can use words and sentences because you're an adult. So if you feel the need to express your frustrations, I'm not going to call you
Even talk,
immature.
even talking about it right now, I can just feel I
Getting
can feel
angry,
myself being agitated
getting hot.
because why can't black people just be? Why can't I just be left alone, be to myself?
Girl.
Like, why can't I just exist in the world without you asking why my existence is here? Oh, it's just so frustrating.
I was going to say good luck. I did have a quick question. Is Tampa segregated?
What you mean by that? Because everywhere's segregated to me.
Okay, well, to your point, in Omaha, West Omaha is primarily where the whites live. South
Mm.
Omaha is where the Latino community is. North Omaha is where the blacks live. And then East or Council Bluffs is kind of like trailer.
Mm.
And so in Chicago, up north, it's kind of hoity toity, little
Council Bluffs. That's
Iowa.
not in Iowa.
Yep, it's literally
I
right.
was gonna say because my Shopify people, I can always tell when they're looking on my site because it'll show their login as Council Bluffs, Iowa. Okay.
It's like right, literally, you can stand in Nebraska, stand in one spot and be in both states.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's where Omaha is, very close. Like to get to Council Bluffs is like 15 minutes, if that. So that's how my city where I'm from is, divided
I
up
think
pretty much.
all areas are like that though.
Well, Chicago is the same because out south is primarily black. West West here is Latino community and blacks, and then up
Mm.
north is white people, hoity-toity, a little bit. It's just different suburbs as you go north past
Mhm.
Chicago. And
Mhm.
so one of the things that when I moved to Chicago, and I would hear it all the time, is they're still racist here, and it's very segregated here, and like just never
Mm.
really registered to me what people meant when they said segregated, because when I was growing up, I always knew we lived over here, they live over there, they live, you know what I mean? So
And you just didn't think about it in that way.
I'm not
You just
thinking
knew
about
that's
I'm
how it
thinking about
was.
segregation, textbook definition, what we learn in school. But then I
Mhm.
moved to Chicago and I'm having these experiences, not like yours. No one's questioning me, saying anything, or being out of pocket. But you'll there there's a wonder, and there's a curiosity that I have experienced from non-browns, where they're wondering how you got in the room.
Mm.
And so, like, and where for what I do for a living, I can tell that all of the non-brown people, not all of them, but there's a large majority that are trying to figure out how I got there.
Mm. Honestly, I have not been intent. I'm sure that the answer to the question is segregated, yes, because
Yep.
like I said, I feel like every area, every place is.
Yeah.
I don't know what those areas are.
Yeah.
Most of them, most of us, most of this, most of that, because I haven't been here long enough, and I really don't even go anywhere. But when I did go to a speakeasy, and I asked the black girl that was working the door, where are we at? Because I couldn't find us. And she told me go to St. Pete. She said there's more of us down in St. Pete.
Mm.
Things like that, I think, is what you mean when you say segregated. Now,
Mm-hmm.
come on, Nat, don't irritate me. I'm already there. Now where I'm from in Richmond, yes, there are areas like the far west end. We not a lot of us not out there.
Okay.
Or it's a certain type of us that are out there.
Okay.
The east end, that's where we that's our territory.
Gotcha.
The Rico East End, that is us. Um, the city used to be all of us, but it was a lot of poverty, and it has been very much gentrified
When you
now.
say all of us, you mean everyone, or black people, all of us?
Black folks,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
because it was places in downtown Richmond were more historic, like Church Hill. Church Hill was where well-to-do black people would settle and married well-to-do black people would settle and raise their families
Mm.
way back in the day.
Mm.
Fulton Hill, Church Hill, and then over time, those areas became run down,
Mm.
very much impoverished. But since I would say, like in the past 5, 10 years, it's been gentrified, and so you see a lot more white people in Church Hill. They've torn down the old, tattered, battered houses. They've rebuilt their nice little, quaint little rancher with the pipe picket fence in those areas. Um, Even when you go places like, if I tell you the West End, you gotta know what I'm talking about. Am I talking about the West End of the city, or am I talking about the West End of the county? Because the West End of the city is gonna be us. The West End of the county is gonna be them. I personally believe all areas are have some bits of
Yeah.
segregation in them. Even in Atlanta, being the black mecca that it
Yep.
is,
Yep.
there's certain places, Virginia Highlands, there's certain places that I know they that's where they reside. used to be Buckhead, used to be where they was at, but black folks started getting a lot of money. And so
Mm-hmm.
we
Push them
moved
out.
in. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah. Something else I was gonna say about that. I forget. I don't know what was going. Well, the girl daddy said, as far as going back to the girl who tried to burn down MLK Jr. house,
Mm.
that she was having a mental health crisis. I'm just glad that the people who saw her saw
Got
her.
I know.
But it worries me because I feel like now that puts the idea in somebody else's mind to try to do it and not get caught. And the reason I say that is because school shootings didn't used to be a thing, and all of a
Right.
sudden became a thing. You
Right.
know, the crazy kids saw other crazy kids do it, and then they tried it, and now it's a whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. So I'm hoping that this doesn't become a thing and somebody else try to burn his house down.
Yeah, like
So,
a black person burning down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. What a headline. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. Get her whatever the help she needs, put her in prison for a few years, whatever. I don't know.
yeah,
But what the hell
I
would you
don't know.
want? A mental okay. I don't
Probably wasn't on anything. That's the issue. Her daddy did say that not only was she having a mental health crisis, but that she's a veteran. So I don't know.
okay.
I really feel sorry for those veterans because
Yes,
they don't be getting no type of anything when they come out the service.
they don't.
Nothing.
They don't.
Nothing.
My uncle's a veteran and he works for the VA where he
Mm,
lives, and so I get a firsthand account from him as a veteran and as an employee. So yeah.
mm,
Yep.
mm.
Yep.
Speaking of that, also reminds me of the headline that I saw yesterday about how all the other countries, minus one who did not want to vote, don't remember what country it was, but we could have had a ceasefire for all of the bombing and killings of the innocent men, women, and children
Hmm.
in Gaza, and the United States, our country, vetoed it and said no.
We voted against a ceasefire.
We voted against. Oh, you didn't hear about this? Yes, we voted against the ceasefire. Our
Well,
United Nations secretary, whatever his name is, we voted against it. The only country voted against the ceasefire.
so, so at unfortunately, admittedly, when I saw everything happen between Gaza and Palestine, I did not dial in completely. I think
Mm,
I saw a video of a hospital, that was pretty
being
much
bombed.
yes. And then I
Mm,
saw like a bunch of dead children. There was a video that I saw that pretty much I don't want to see anything. So, and you remember we had this conversation about when Takeoff was killed and how the video was circulating and you were like, I just don't want to see it. That's just for my mental. That is
mm-hmm,
kind of how I don't want to say I've sidestepped the whole thing, but I just I don't know what else I need to hear and what else I need to see. I mean, doesn't why did we vote against the ceasefire? I do want to know that for sure. But as far as being dialed into what's going on and all of the bloodshed and what they're showing us, I can't look
mm-hmm.
at it.
I never want to see anybody getting killed. I particularly take that stance when it comes to us having to see the Sandra Bland's and the George Floyds and the Al
Mm-hmm.
Sterlings and the Trayvon Martins and so on and so forth. But even if I can't stomach it and take it at the moment, I make a point to go back and watch it because I feel like I need to. I
Mm-hmm.
have to. I feel like it keeps me um
In reality,
conscious, right, in reality of what's really going on.
yeah.
And so in the beginning, when the videos and the pictures of the children, particularly in Gaza, who were being murdered and slaughtered, were coming out, I was watching and I was looking and I've seen it. And I don't feel like if I never see another one, I don't understand what has happened. I'm to a point where I don't need to see anything else, but I think that it should continue to be circulated
Mm-hmm.
and posted and shown because everybody haven't seen it and everybody doesn't know what's going on. And I don't think we should get the luxury of just
Tuning it
turning that
out.
off because it's uncomfortable when like there's a whole human species going through that.
Yeah.
What's so interesting is
Well, I
somebody
feel
showed
bad about myself now, Joy. Thanks.
no, you do you look at it when you can when you
When I can
have the space
digest
to
it,
look at
yeah.
it. Yeah. What's so interesting is I saw somebody post a video of some side of a building in Gaza that has not yet crumbled, and they have pictures of painted murals of George Floyd on it.
Wow.
Gaza was one of the places, when people say George Floyd changed the world, he was literally all around the world. Everybody
Yeah.
knew what was going on. And
Yeah.
Gaza was one of those places where they said, we stand with you.
Yeah.
We stand with George Floyd's family.
Mm-hmm.
So to see us in a position where we can stand with Gaza and not doing that is unfortunate. And when I say us, I don't mean our government.
Right.
I mean just us as citizens who also want a ceasefire and don't understand why is the United States the country standing in the way of that happening.
Right.
I'm
very confused by that.
I don't understand. Like, even if you wanted to try to make an excuse when this first started about the war and why it needed to happen, like I said, enough shit is enough shit. It's enough.
Mm-hmm.
It is enough. It should have never been happening either way.
Right.
But even if you believed like it was justifiable to be at war, it's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess I'm going to do some research and read up on it so I can actually know what's really going on. And I haven't remember in the pandemic, I was watching CNN 24 hours a day.
I had to stop.
That's why and when I stopped, I didn't get back into it. 24, morning, noon, and night. I watched CNN.
And it was a compilation of things. I was still working a job, but I would wake up and turn it on.
Yep.
I would get off work and I'd come home and I'd fall asleep watching it. Don Lemon, Andrew Cuomo.
Yep.
I loved watching that at night.
Chris Cuomo,
Wolf Blitzer, all the guys. Oh baby, I was tapped in. I had to stop watching it, but it was a compilation of the pandemic,
mm-hmm.
and then the election fiasco on January 6th.
Yep.
And all of that together combined, plus George Floyd,
mm-hmm.
it was like too much. Mm-hmm. It was an overload. It was like, it really took a toll on, I developed insomnia. I've never, ever in my life dealt with, which if you don't know, insomnia, we know that insomnia means the inability to sleep,
mm-hmm.
but that actually is, in textbook, it is a mental disorder. I developed a freaking mental disorder consuming all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like you're in a place where you can't consume or watch what's going on in Gaza, don't.
Mm-hmm.
I would say get to a place where you can stomach enough to understand what's happening, so you know where your loyalty or where your thoughts on the matter.
What side of history I need to stand on,
right?
Which is the right side for anyone that was
watching that CNN and all of that stuff, and Donald Trump and the going back and forth and the pandemic and keep your mask on. It was so much. I developed insomnia, and I mean, I would go long stretches of time not being able to sleep. I might be able to turn the TV off at 4:00 in the morning. About 6:30, I was up and be up for the rest of the day and do it all over. It was horrible, and so I have not watched no news since then.
Oh my goodness,
I haven't. And that's another reason why I think that for me, although I was doing all that consumption of TV, I think the same thing happens for people who consume too much social media on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you have to be really particular about what you watch and what you consume.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have been consuming, let's say I replaced everything that I was watching, the election, George Floyd, Donald Trump, the pandemic. Let's say I have replaced all of those things with with self-help, information, or business stuff, or online sermons. What I would have gotten from it, I guarantee wouldn't have been insomnia.
Right.
So that's why when I've been saying, I unfollowed this blog, I unfollowed that blog, because I want to be real particular and careful about what I'm consuming.
Yep. I actually unfollowed the Shade Room myself and Neighborhood Talk.
See, I still follow the Shade Room, but I was following about 4 blogs.
Mm-hmm.
I took all of them off, minus the Shade Room.
Yeah.
And I don't all the time read everything that's going on in the Shade Room, but I feel like sometimes there are some culture based things that are posted that I do want to be abreast of.
Yeah.
So that's why I left one, but I don't spend too much time there.
Right.
But what I consume on my pages for the most part, Black love, business stuff,
Mm-hmm.
uplifting stuff,
Mm-hmm.
people that post things of that nature. That's what I'm consuming,
Yes.
and that's why I really love TikTok, because I feel like TikTok algorithm does a better job of giving you the things that you like and consume the most, giving you more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Girl, because I've been hanging out in TikTok land these days. It's
love that for
it's
you. We
kind
ain't
of
gonna talk about that, but love
it's
that for you.
kind of impressive how consistent I've been, because boy,
Go
I left TikTok for dead a few times.
ahead.
But
Oh God.
last Saturday, I was on TikTok. I was late. I was in a coma on my couch relaxing, and I was just, I had woken up from a nap, and I was just scrolling, and I found Nikki's side of TikTok, the lady that cleaned everything. And
Who is that?
this black lady that she cleans everything, and it looks so like efficient and fast and cool. But then there's some AMSR with it.
Mm.
And so, like, and she's got nails, and so she be, this is what I got in my purse, and this is what I did. Why'd I get up and clean my whole kitchen?
Did you
I got up and cleaned my whole
see what
kitchen.
I mean? See what you
Now,
consume and the effect it had on you just
yes,
that fast?
I mean, when I tell you I was coming out of a deep slumber, okay, you know what kind of sleep I'm
Mm.
talking about. And I was up because it's just like, well, I'll go to bed, at midnight, whatever. It's like 10:30. I got up. I mean, got the swift. I mean, when I tell you I cleaned my whole kitchen, it wasn't I did the dishes and I wiped my countertops down. I swept,
Mm.
I Swiffered, like to put the my little hand towels in the dirty clothes, got some new ones. I mean, took Comet to my sink. Like, yeah, all off of this lady's TikTok. And like, I had her TikToks
Mm.
playing in the background. So it was like all the little Noah
Oh my
that
gosh.
fucking app. Okay. It's, but I'm
TikTok will
having
do it.
fun. I'm having fun. I am having
TikTok
fun.
will do it. And if you
Yeah.
don't, for those of you that's also still watching on TikTok and YouTube, friend, if you don't know, if anything ever come up on your For You page that you don't like, don't want to see,
Mm-hmm.
all you gotta do is press the video and click not interested. It's a little broken heart. You click not interested,
A
and you can
broken
just
heart.
click not interested and leave it at that, or it'll be a little thing at the bottom that come up and say manage, and you can say why you're not interested. Do you not like the sound attached to the video? Do you not want to see anything else from the creator? Do you not just like that video? That way you filter, you create the For You page that you want to have. You see more of the things that you want to see versus on Instagram. I'm following 400 folks. I probably seen 4 in the last week that
Yeah,
I follow.
I was scrolling Instagram, and I was like, I had a visceral like, I'm tired of seeing people I don't follow moment,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm
Mm-hmm.
always seeing people page. I don't know this person. Why am I seeing their content? How come you won't show me the people? If you're not going to push content to me that I'm interested in, how come I just can't see my fucking friends?
Right. How come I can't see the people that I've already told you that I'm interested in, the people that I follow? Speaking of which,
Oh, my cat's throwing up. That's cool.
oh no.
His ass is over there overeating. That's why. Oh gosh.
Go ahead, friend.
Let me, because this is okay. Hold on.
Okay, y'all.
Benny Bear.
Um, while Pasha is taking care of Vinny, does anybody watching on live on TikTok have any questions or anything you want to add to the conversation? If so, drop them in the comments, and also do me a fave. Do me a fave. Double tap. Hold your hand on the phone and give me a couple double taps and get those likes up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's see how long we've been on here. We've been on here for an hour and 26 minutes. We've been recording a podcast. You can see it down here for an hour and 14
Excuse
minutes.
me, you all. Excuse
Is
me.
Vinny
Anyway.
okay?
Yes. So my cat is fat. and
he's a chunkster.
he's a biggin, and he overeats. And because he literally just came over, he was munching on his food in his bowl, and then he threw it all up, and his kibble is whole. So he ain't even chewing
He's
his
not
stuff.
even
He's
swallowing
not
it.
even no, he's
He's
not
not even
even
chewing it. I
chewing.
mean, wow.
He ain't even chewing, and got the nerve to be coming over here, sniffing around his bowl. He's done eating for today.
Okay.
Yep, he's
All
done.
right.
So yeah,
But
sorry, my bad, y'all.
what I was gonna say was, and I don't know if you saw this or not, friend. A couple of days ago, I got reposted on Instagram. Somebody took one of my videos from TikTok, reposted it to their 7.8 million followers on Instagram. Baller alert.
You made baller alert.
Baller alert reposted me about a week ago. I actually made a video about this as well. Another one sitting in my draft. I got like 3 videos in my draft that I'm just gonna try my best to get posted by tomorrow. But yeah, they reposted the story I told about my friend meeting a guy on the dating app, and he ended up being sassy, talking about you ain't taking me to Fleming's for my birthday, you didn't pay to get my hair cut.
So
Amanda is
baller
not
alert isn't
heard.
one of the T Instagram pages that I follow.
I don't follow them. I don't even know what type of, like, they seem like they just post a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah, like I had no idea. Oh my gosh, you're
Yeah,
famous.
girl, bad.
You're
So
famous.
the video on TikTok has 1.4 million views. So I'm sure somebody just must have seen it and just that's why it got reposted. But they reposted it on Instagram.
When did they
And
do this? I'm
this was like a
looking.
week ago.
Oh, I'm about to be
This is
looking
like
for
a
a long
week
time.
ago. And you'll see, because I had my little hat on. I had a green hat on. I was right up in the camera.
It was
It might be easier for you to find if you look under their reels.
okay.
Because they don't have as many reels.
Okay.
Tell me if you see it.
Joy, you on baller alert?
You see it?
Yes.
So this is the thing. And I have a video that I've already recorded. It's in my TikTok drafts. I'm going to post it, I promise. But this is why the girls left the it girl. Because that's who I am. Left the gram. I don't fool with her and her funky ass because of the comments. I don't know what it is about Instagram versus TikTok that made TikTok a place where is enjoyable, where you can be yourself, where you aren't, people aren't super judgy. You're gonna always have a couple, bitter betties wherever you go.
Yeah.
But the comments on Baller Alert was like, if you read the comments on Baller Alert versus TikTok, it's like y'all saw 2 different things, even though y'all watched the same video. Because the people on TikTok in the comments were talking about the actual story that I told, the man being sassy, how men need to date better, how my friend knew better, how she had no business continuing to go with him, so on and so forth. But if you go to the comments on Instagram, they were over there talking about, oh my gosh, I couldn't take her serious with those contacts on her eyes. Oh my gosh, I hate the way she talk. I hate the way she moved her mouth. Oh my gosh, yeah, I couldn't get past her skin being so shiny, which newsflash for you bitches. My shiny skin, thank you for telling me my skin was shiny. It's a compliment. It means I'm well moisturized, and you bitches would know if you would lay off the hookah and the Casamigos. But I digress. What else were they saying? Oh, she looked like Fantasia. I'm telling you. It's like, did y'all watch? It's like the same video wasn't even watched. The same video. Why she ain't talking about her friend? This happened to her. It's weird over there. It's weird energy over there, and you niggers can have it.
She said you niggers can.
Y'all can have all this shit attached to the Instagram. I made my Instagram page private like 5 weeks ago, and I'm not coming up off of her. She's staying private. And I'm so glad that I did that, because when Baller Alert reposted me a week ago, I got 300 and some friend requests. I ain't accepting none of you.
Wow.
I don't want to be my friend. Y'all, and I don't want to be yours either. Stay off the page.
Wow.
And it was also a weird hoe that kept watching me from a fake page like I didn't know it was her. But that's neither here nor there.
Whoa, back up. Wait, back
Hold on,
up.
let me do one thing at a time for me, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm not accepting none of it. I'm so glad my page was private ahead of time. I am, now that I do have a presence, which wasn't my intention, but now that I do have a presence on TikTok, I don't need everybody in on every single platform. I do want
Right.
to have something to myself. So I decided that I kept on saying, I was on my TikTok telling the story about that man flew me out for a second date, and I ended up, having this horrible apartment when I moved, and just a whole bunch of stories. This man tried to say I stole his wallet while I was at my job. I was like, okay, y'all, just give me a second. I'm gonna get my YouTube up and running. I'm gonna post all this on YouTube. I'm not. I don't want to. You know why? Because that makes more work for me. More times I gotta edit, more platforms to post on, read, catch up on. And I said I want to live a slower, softer life, and I mean that. I'm not adding no more work to my plate. It is full. I have all I can take. So you can find me on TikTok, or you don't need to see me anywhere. So my Instagram is going to remain private. It is just for me and my people.
Wow. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Wow. See, this is why, I feel like I would love to go viral, but then I don't want to read the comments. I'm like, oh, her ends is crispy. Oh, her hair don't have no shape. That's why you shouldn't color your hair, because it's gonna fall. I don't want to read that shit about me. Her face is crooked. I don't want to read that stuff.
What?
I don't want to read that stuff about me.
Girl, the hell with them people.
Well, also, dang, I got 186 people blocked.
But listen, to keep the comments coming on TikTok. The more people like, engage, and share, and the more TikTok push her out to the For You page, the more money a girl make. Keep at it.
Right, run it up. Well,
because I get paid next Friday, same day I move. Thank the Lord. I get paid.
Ooh, period. Give me my check.
Let's just say my payment from TikTok gonna pay my rent for the first month. Actually, the second month, because now the place did have a special where I got the rest of December for free. I don't have to pay nothing for December.
Nice.
And then I got a credit that some looking lease something I did that's gonna go towards January, and my TikTok payment gonna cover January. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. You lit.
Keep engaging. You guys do me a favor. Double tap that live. Double tap that live. Let's get this out to the For You page. Hey.
Oh my gosh, I love you, girl, and I am happy that because I know you hit a snag with TikTok for a little bit, so I'm glad that you seem to bounce back from that.
I worked through it. I felt like I knew what I needed to do, and I did that, and I just had to just give it some time, wait for myself to just stay consistent with the posting, and wait for me to just pop back into the correct algorithm, and that's what's happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Good. Now, were you gonna ask me something about what I had said earlier?
What? When?
Because I said we'll come back to that. You don't even remember, so I feel like I don't want to remind you. I know what it is, though. When I said I had put my page on private, and it was a weird hoe following me.
Yep. Luigi, please.
What about it?
Hey,
what
sir,
was said?
Please, Luigi, stop. Thank you. My dog be licking, and all I hear is. I don't want to hear that. That's not the ASMR I want to hear. Okay, now so who now? What weird hoe was looking on your Instagram from a burner page? Come on, guys, come on.
We need to have this conversation. I don't know if we need to have this conversation on a podcast or we
need
to have it off air, but we can have it. What you want? All I know is I am very aware of everything, and it ain't gonna be too much that get by me.
Right.
I knew what it was. I knew who it was. I knew when they came. I knew why they came. But I know one thing. I blocked them from that fake page. I blocked that fake page. And then I made my page private. So now you can't see shit. And exactly what you want to see and what you want to know is yes. The answer to your question, yes. Yes. Is yes. It's exactly what you think it is. And everything you hope it ain't. Mm-hmm.
Mm. So, is there a conversation that needs to be had offline because I have follow-up questions?
Yeah, we can have it offline.
Okay, and I don't know if I should ask the follow-up questions on here.
Ask me and I'll tell you if I'll answer them here on offline.
Um, so if the
Y'all
answer,
know I be telling y'all stuff on the podcast. If you in the live, listen.
if this
I don't really
person
hold too much back.
if this person has questions about things and the answer is yes, is the subject of these questions that she's asking you reaching
Well, she
out?
didn't ask me that. The person didn't ask me anything. But I'm just saying when I say asking, I know that's why you're here. I know what you're trying to figure out and see.
Right. And what I'm trying to figure out is there something going on that she's still trying to figure out that you
Mm-hmm.
haven't updated me with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's up?
He oops. Um
Friend, you are funny. You trying your best to tiptoe and tap
I
dance.
and we are failing. Okay. So
You failed.
um has there been contact recently?
Why don't let's move this offline.
Okay. See, that's why I said the follow-up questions I have, I think I should. Boy, I really tried there. I
You
tried
did. You didn't
so
do well,
hard.
but you did try. But you did, and I give you an A for effort. I do give you an A
Woo,
for
that
effort.
was like D minus activity because normally I'm better at.
And I say we'll move it offline because then we won't have to talk in code. I can tell you straight up, no chaser.
Yes, and with cuss words. All right.
Well, that's all. Actually, all I have for the podcast, friend.
Me
I don't know if you
too.
have anything else.
My
What you got
dating
going on
my dating
this week coming?
situation is just hilarious these days, but for
You're
actual
dating?
yeah, actually legit funny shit though. So nothing, no horror stories to tell. I don't have any like, romance novels to tell either, but no horror stories like there have been, in years past.
Well, do you have anything planned for this week? Any dates? Anything notable to add to your week coming up?
No,
Okay.
because young, I don't want to say young men, the men that I have met as of late seem to understand that I got my own motion and my own life, and
Okay.
if you and I don't get together, it's not the end of the world for me,
Okay.
and they like that.
Okay.
And to
I would like for them to want to get together though. I
well,
want them to like that.
there is one that gets together with me, and he
Okay.
is incredibly comfortable, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit because he's so it's very natural. It's very natural and normal. And it's like, I feel like you're trying to be my boyfriend and like eventually you're going to be my boyfriend. And so it's giving me a little like, oh, what? Hold on.
But that's what you want though, right?
It is. And,
Okay.
but my
So
hesitancy,
what's the reservation about?
I will take that offline.
Okay.
I'll take that offline. But it's interesting how someone can come from out of nowhere and show up
Mm.
like, where the fuck have you been this whole time?
Mm.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
cute. I don't trust it, but it's fine.
What you got planned for the week, friend?
I'm going to pick out this hair and get it all cute. It looks a little crispy right now because I have my little setting lotion in and stuff. I called myself decorating my tree last night, but then I didn't like the decoration, so I took it all off. We're going to start over.
Mm.
Yep, because psycho. And then tomorrow I'll probably work out. Go to my little yoga class. Nothing. This is
Okay.
this is my downtime. I had a crazy year.
So,
We are
so
done.
since you working out and fasting or abstaining from alcohol, do you have a goal weight in mind? Are you trying to like reach a certain point before you kind of bring that back into your life?
So as far as I actually want to make a full lifestyle change. I want to be someone
Okay.
that works out consistently and doesn't take like breaks. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I fell off for a month and I'm back at it. No, I just want to be someone that's like in the gym at least 3 days a week.
Okay.
As for alcohol consumption, I also want that to be a lifestyle change. I don't I would love to just maybe, whoop it up on the weekends and shit, but not like during the week. And if I am going to indulge during the week, one glass of wine. I don't want it to be like this, Monday night bender that sometimes my work events can turn into. And like, I work with some fun people, and we have a great team. We hit a snag earlier in the year, but we've bounced back from that snag, and we have our team in place, and we have our business partners that we're really cool with. So, it's hard to be like, no, thank you, I don't want to drink, but also I love the people that I get to do this with. So it's hard. It's a slippery slope. So I
Okay.
just want to firm up I just want to get my willpower a little bit more, so I can be like, don't worry about what's in my cup, and that's the end of it.
Okay.
And that's it. But no plans. Your question was, what is my plans for the weekend this week? None. Working.
Okay.
Working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any plans aside from packing. So I guess I do have plans.
Yeah, you busy.
6 days, y'all.
I'm excited for you.
6 more days and the kid will be in Orlando.
I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. Yep. Let's go ahead and take this conversation offline, because you're going to be there in 6 days, and yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can take it offline.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna be packing. I packed 0, not duh. So I gotta do it all in 6 days, but I feel like it'll be pretty easy for me. Yeah, I've done it enough times. I kind of feel like a pro at it now, but
I
I'm
love
just really
packing.
looking forward to getting there, I'm not even just getting there. That's just let me just get there, child. Let me just get my toe in my toes into the city. I'm in an excellent area. Oh, friend, I just can't wait to tell you all about it.
I'm
But
excited.
Yeah, so that's all I got planned. Christmas coming up, New Year's coming up. I'm just excited for the end of a raggedy year and the start of a wonderful one. So that's all I got.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you, everybody who stuck around for the last hour and 45 minutes on TikTok Live. Dang, I should have tried to go live with. We'll do it the next time. I think we'll do this consistently, because what I want to do is get enough followers on our podcast page that we can go live from the actual podcast
Perfection.
page, which we have to have 1,000 followers on that page in order to go live from that page. So
okay,
next time I'll have a side by side or something of the Same Difference podcast TikTok page. That way y'all can start following that page. Hopefully in the new year we can figure out a way to get these clips back in motion. We kept the podcast going, but we just couldn't keep up with the clips because life and work and just life. So, but that's all I got for today's podcast.
All right, bye y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
See y'all next week. Bye.